Hey guys, Kirk here, and thank you for joining me on my brand new YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video, and there will be another one after it, and these two videos are going to be completely aimed at your complete beginners to Unreal Engine, to the point of you've never used Unreal Engine before, and you've seen it and you want to start using it. So I'm just going to quickly run you guys through, just basically directing you into an account and into the launcher, and go through a few points in the launcher. The second part 2, if you like, will be all inside the engine, creating a project, running through your most basic UI elements in the engine, and then after that we will get started on creating a little environment, and I will be describing to the best of my ability of what I am doing when I am doing it, and hopefully you guys will learn, copy or write down what I am doing. So if you are not completely new to Unreal Engine and you have used it before and are familiar with the UI, you may want to skip over to when I do my scene setup. If you're very new to the channel and it's not available, then click subscribe and it will be available at some point. But for now, let's get started. So this site we're on now, the link will be in the description, is the main website for Unreal Engine. You would need to go up to the top here to the sign in. I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence on this channel. I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. I'm going to expect most of you have created an account before on the website and have downloaded things and installed software onto your computers. So I'm not going to be going through installing any launchers or creating accounts as such. I'm pretty sure, like I say, you all know how to do that. So you would need to go up here, click sign in and create your account with Epic to be able to log into the Epic launcher at a later time. After you've created your account, you'll come back to this page, click the download, and you will be presented with this page. You have 2 licenses, a publishing license and a creator's license. The creator's license is what we are going to be using. There is there is pretty much no difference in engine to which license you use. Basically just stating to Epic that the creator's license, which is this one, is just for you and you just want to use it yourself, and you have no interest in selling any products to or in excess of $1 million. If you do sell a product that does generate a revenue over $1 million, you will be pushed to the publishing license, in which you would have to pay 5% royalties to Epic. So for now, you can click download on any of them, it doesn't really matter. This is just stating out what the only difference is. The publishing license, you will not get any free content or be able to use any of Unreal Engine's in-engine free content. But the creator's license is just for hobbyists or beginners. So you will click download now and it will take you to the page for you to download the launcher and install the launcher onto your hard drive. The launcher is not that big, it's the engine that's big, so you can install the launcher on whichever drive you want. Moving on from there, we're going to have a quick look at Quixel. Quixel Bridge, Quixel Mixer and Megascans are all in one and all the same thing. Quixel Bridge is a library of assets, textures, materials and all sorts of 3D assets that are downloadable and usable for free if you are an Unreal Engine user or have an Epic account. Back in the day, you used to have to download Quixel Bridge, as you can see, download Bridge separately to use with the engine and link the Quixel Bridge with the Unreal Engine itself. But with the new Unreal Engine 5, you don't need to do that as it is integrated, but you will need to have an Epic's account to use it. So Quixel, like I say, Quixel Bridge is full of 3D assets. The 3D scanned assets from around the world. They actually send teams out around the world to take pictures and videos of actual real world geometry, and then they import it into Bridge. Quixel Bridge is probably one of the best things that has ever happened in this industry. In my opinion, you may find something different. That is completely your opinion. But we will be using Quixel Bridge and their materials at some point, but that will come at a later date. So, providing that you've now had a little glimpse at Quixel Bridge, you've got an account with Unreal Engine and downloaded their engine, their launcher, my bad, you will have to fire that launcher up and you will be exposed to this page. This page is the store page of the Unreal Engine launcher, or Epic launcher if you like. We don't really need to use this has nothing to do with Unreal Engine itself, but I will point out that Epic release a number of games free all the time, and I mean all the time, so it's always worth to keep your eye on this page and see what games come out. As you can see, City Skyline is there. That's an awesome game, but I've already got it, and so on and so on. Rambo. Oh wow. Anyway, moving on. On the left hand side you'll have Unreal Engine here. You would just go ahead and click that tab. We're going to move us on to the news, and this is what you'll be presented with. This is the news channel, if you like, for Unreal Engine. Everything new to Unreal Engine, everything existing in Unreal Engine will be previewed on this page. It's always good to keep up to date with what is happening on Unreal Engine, as you may find things that are useful. As you see, you have the news tab, the YouTube channel, Q&As, forums and roadmap. These are very useful links, but if you're a complete beginner watching this video, these are not going to be that useful just yet. Maybe YouTube channel will be. I'd go on there and subscribe as well. But that's your news channel. Before we move along, I'm going to give you a little tip. If you go down, sorry, I went too fast. At the bottom left, you have 3 options: download settings, and that is my username on Epic. It's probably going to be blurred out. So, settings, we're going to click on settings, and you'll come up with a list of settings here. If you scroll down some there, and you'll see edit fault cache location. This is very important. Not many people say this on their tutorials, but it is very important to do so. So if we go ahead and click on that, basically the vault cache location is where the Epic launcher will download any assets you use on your projects or any projects, and it will keep a copy in its cache vault cache, pardon me. If you have this folder set to your C drive and you only have, say, a 250 gig to 1 terabyte hard drive as a C drive, it will get filled. Probably not a 1 terabyte, but I wouldn't have a vault cache on my primary drive anyway. So you would want your vault cache set to your storage drive. As it stands, I reckon pretty much most people will have a storage drive. So you just click browse and send it towards your storage drive, and it just creates a little folder and assign it to there and click apply. That is, I'd say, pretty important. Otherwise, like I say, your hard drive will be absolutely cram-packed in a short time. Anyway, back to the launcher. The next tab is a Learn tab. This is very useful if you're extreme beginners and if you want to get free content. Unreal Engine have their engine feature samples. All these here explain what the engine can do and give you little descriptions, but they also give you projects that you can actually take for free and open up in Unreal Engine, dependent on your interest. So it's always worth having a look through this page. If you want more detailed online learning, Unreal Engine have their own online learning, what should we call it, web page for now. And on there they have fully blown courses that you can take. for Unreal Engine. Sorry, I had a bit of wind. To the left of that is the documentation. Documentation for Unreal Engine is sparse and confusing, but very useful, if that means anything to anyone. As a complete beginner, I got extremely confused using the documentation because it's more aimed at if you're intermediate. Probably nowadays it's probably a little bit more looked after, but many years ago when I started with Unreal Engine it was very sparse and very confusing information. But I'd still use it to this day, and it is a little bit more detailed and very useful. As a complete beginner, I wouldn't recommend it. Community Wiki, never really used it, never been on it in all the years I've been using Unreal Engine, so I'm not going to talk about that. So moving on is your Marketplace tab. And this Marketplace is for where, or should I say, where you could buy many of assets, projects, or whatever tools you need for Unreal Engine. A lot of these assets, if not about 98% of them, are created by other users like yourself and like me. Well, I say like me, just users in general. I've never released anything on the Marketplace itself. But yeah, it's always good to have a look through here. A lot of it, you can see, it costs money, but there is also a lot of it that you will get for free in this free tab, and it is very good stuff, as you'll see in the next tab how much free stuff you can get. Free for a month. This is what Epic gives out every month. It's just, I presume it's just randomly select projects that are sent out every month to its fellow Unreal Engine users. Some of it can be quite useless but interesting, and some of it, like this one, can cost £91, which is a lot of money for a project, and they will just give them out for free. Whether you feel you're going to use these projects or not, I would still recommend getting them into your library. When I say your library, I mean this section, the next tab along. In this section you have engine versions. This is where you install your engines. You can have quite a few engines installed, but obviously it will take up a lot of space. This is where your projects will be, and below that is your vault. This goes along with the vault cache I was talking about. When you use or download one of these assets, if you look underneath, I'll zoom it in, there you go. If you look underneath, you will see a cache size 4.8 gig. And 4.1 gig for this asset, and 8.5 gig for this asset, and it does soon build up. I think there's another asset in here that is something like 28 gig or something like that. I know the city park environment is 1.6 gig. This one, the 1.6 gig, is a rundown one, so only the major assets from there are used in that project, but the same project exists here, and that's quite large. But anyway, this is your assets, and this is where you will become, and I'd say a good, let's see, like there, Elite Landscapes 14 gig. I'd say a good 96 to 97% of these assets you see here, well, you can't hardly see them because I'm moving it. They're free. There's a few in there that I paid for myself because they're useful for what I do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the launcher sorted. You'll no doubt at this point have an account and have it all downloaded and be familiar how to use the launcher. If you found this at least remotely entertaining or useful, don't hesitate to leave a like, a dislike, or subscribe. If you subscribe, do the little bell and you'll be notified when I release a new video. The next video will be on the UI in Unreal Engine itself. We will create a project and get inside the engine from there. See you later.